So, do you think it's possible? Like, I probably not a GoPro, but like you could do a tracker, but I want to see where the turd's going.
Right. But if it's in the turd, then you're not gonna like be able to see where it goes. Also,
but like on the turd, like I need it to be like out. Like I imagine a turd, and then there's like a big GoPro.
Right, but like the force of the water moving can get kind of like pretty forceful. So like the structural integrity of the poop will probably come apart.
I may need to make a submersible.
Okay.
I can use a controller from Amazon to control it.
Of course.
But I need something. So I want to know where the pipes go in my house. Like when I poop, where does my turd go?
I mean, it goes down, it goes to the sewage line, and then it goes to the street, and then it goes magical places.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to know, like, if you think about it, we take turds and we just send them away.
Yeah.
And it's like, where are all my little gifts?
Sewage.
Yeah, but where?
Secret.
Like, what does that look like? Like,
it looks like a big, nasty poop.
That's what a sewer looks like. That's what that is. But, like, what does my sewer look like? Anyway, I've been hanging out with rats. Hanging out in the sewers. Nasty. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe you could attach a GoPro or create a submersible to go in.
Yeah.
Like, not that I would shrink myself down and go in. A common misconception.
Of course, that would be absurd.
Honey.
Also, at that point, it would probably be a submarine, not a submersible.
And it's a top marine.
Of course. Sub-top marine.
Respect the troops.
Thank him for his service.
How's that? Service top. Do you think... How would you attach a GoPro to a turd? Or would you just create a turd like I guess it doesn't need to be a turd or look like a turd at all.
Right. I could just flush anything down the toilet with a camera attached to it.
You could flush a camera down the toilet. I don't have to worry about it getting torn off. Because like I don't need to know where my specific turd goes necessarily. But like what is the process? Like that's part of me, you know?
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, but like where's like I want to know what impact it's having. Like, where's it going?
Depends on the solidity of it, I think.
I mean, shouldn't you be on top of your shit?
I usually am.
You should. Do you know where all of your shit is?
Usually it's not on top of me. That's a bad day. Not unheard of. It's a non-zero chance.
Is it better when it's under you?
Shit. Generally. It's a better place for poop to be.
Cincinnati bow tie steamroller, Cleveland, or was it Cleveland steamroller?
Cleveland steamer.
Yeah. Oh man, Stanley steamer
makes carpets cleaner. A Cleveland steamer does not make anything cleaner.
No. Yeah. Oh. So hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm doing.
I like that for you.
Yeah.
I love that.
They can't see my shirt properly, but they'll get the gist.
Well, it is important.
I got my gooch pierced at Clears.
That's pretty cool. It clears.
Well,
that's where I went.
Well, Claire's wouldn't do it, so I had to go to their sister establishment. Clears. They'll clear anything.
That's Claire's. I've actually... All I know is that like you can get your ears pierced at Claire's, and it's just like I guess the joke is that like, do you want some 15-year-old piercing your ears?
I got my ears pierced at Claire's. It was fine.
Really?
Yeah.
It was real quick?
Yeah. No pain, no mess, no infection. I think people are just going to like a dirty Claire's, and then they're mad when they like have
one
bad
person.
results. Yeah.
One person lied about their time at Claire's, and then
I don't doubt that some people have had problems at Claire's. But I think you have problems everywhere. I don't know that I'd recommend going to Claire's, but I wouldn't recommend going anywhere because I don't give recommendations. That's for me.
Well, yeah, of course.
My opinions are for me.
You don't want people showing up where you go.
Exactly.
You specifically have lived your life in a way that you don't have to interact with anybody. Like you found workarounds.
When I go to Claire's for my further piercings, which there's some on the docket, and they'll take care of it. I don't want there to be a line. So I'm not going to recommend Claire's.
So I actually order Claire's online.
I freeze my Claire's at the beginning of the week, so I have something for later.
Yeah. Just take out a frozen it's a piece of Tupperware from the freezer, and it's just a fucking piercing gun.
I portion off 5 for the week, and then by Friday is it a little stale? Yeah, but
it was stale on Tuesday.
But that's okay though, because then Saturday's a treat. It's a treat day. I have half an almond.
No. You're going to waste away. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the
Hell Yeah podcast. Stop.
And that's it.
Welcome, I guess.
Yeah. So what's new?
I have a gift for you.
That
I forgot that I had gotten you.
Oh, word.
But then, because I apparently knew I would forget it, I put it on the table. So then when we came in here, I was like, oh, I bought that for him a long time ago. Sick.
Work.
Would you like it?
I would. I was wondering what that shirt was, and I didn't bother looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh, there's something on there. I'm like, I looked at it for a second, and I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. Okay, whatever.
It's also the same shade of purple as this. How fun.
Oh, that
was
is
unintentional,
really
but delightful.
This is everything. This is the moment. This is better than the I Just Come shirt. Although that one is great. But like this one, I could go run out to my car and grab something real quick.
Yeah.
It would take a second. Right. But like the words in impact font a little bit more. Let me change.
Okay.
Listen.
I was so sad because all of the shirts I've gotten from this place, like they've all held up great, except the Jizz Junkie one, like completely like got fully fucked up. Like the print, like the graphic like sticker basically that's on it, just like completely came apart and is disastrous. So I just literally had to throw it away because it's unreadable and like fucked the rest of the shirt up. So. Unfortunately, no more Jizz Junkie, but that's okay.
That's all right. No more Jizz Junkie. Only
that's okay.
Mommy milkers. I can't with this fucking shirt. Fucking atrocious with the emojis.
Oh
so
yeah.
Good. I'm over here going, why am I having a tough time? Did you know you can look down?
It's been known to happen.
But I can't read upside down.
Oh my God.
How do I know?
I can't swim.
These are very fun. Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's so many shirts that I'll see online that I'm like, actually, like all of these ones I've been getting a shit ton of ads for like a year. Yeah. And I'll be like, Rick is a Jizz Junkie. He'll love it.
I'll take care of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll make sure it gets taken care of.
I'm just sad that one fucked up because I'm like, that one was like fun and looked nice, but it's okay because other ones have held up. Nothing has happened to come to the basement and I'll touch your cock as a joke. And so I'm happy about that. Because that one was a limited run.
Have I seen this shirt before?
Yes, I wore it on the last episode. It's the one with like the fucked up like Barney face. And it's, hey bro, come to the basement and I'll touch your cock as a joke.
No, I remember.
That was a limited run shirt, so I'm glad that one held up because like I could buy another Jizz Junkie one. I can't buy another one of the Come to the Basement. I mean, I could make one, but it wouldn't be as good. Well, it would be better, but it wouldn't be the same because I would have made it.
Yeah,
but from someone else's design, and that feels.
You'd have to, find like Come Collector or like. I'm trying to think of. It's not the first. It's the modifier word. I'm trying to get the alliteration right. Well, I'm gonna put it in the corner. I'm gonna put it on the stove and let it cook for a bit.
Okay.
I'll think of something. Well, that's cool. Work.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. We've been
our stories.
We went out and did shit.
We did.
We've been doing a lot of shit actually.
We did.
And I'm thinking about how you were telling me about, I think it was at Grace Halbig's podcast, where they're like, I just started going out and doing shit because I needed
so
things
we would
to
have
talk
things
about.
to talk about. Yeah.
We kind of did that now, I guess.
We
in a
did.
way.
Well, I mean, we did it to support.
Sad.
To stand with sad.
To save our Denny's.
Exactly.
Just all of it. It's all so good. It was it Monday night?
It was Monday.
Mm-hmm. Monday night Eric and I went to Denny's, and it was like 8:45, I think.
8:30.
8:30. Yeah, it was like getting close to 9. Mm-hmm. And we were like, yeah, fuck it, let's go right now. Like, cause I'm not hungry.
And I was already a little trepidatious from the start because this is a Denny's that is near my house, near where we grew up. Love it. I have
no complaints.
I have historically loved it and going there.
This is the good Denny's, to be clear. Like, everyone's got 2 Denny's near them. This is the good one.
This is the good one. And I stand by the fact that Denny's makes some of the best burgers anywhere. I don't care what anyone else thinks about that. That's my belief, and I stand by it. They make great burgers. So I used to love going to Denny's. Well, then this particular Denny's, somewhat inexplicably, but apparently due to managerial...
Been really acting like a Daniels.
Mm-hmm, apparently due to managerial mismanagement.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Management. From what I was picking up.
Fewer and fewer people were going to this Denny's. And then the pandemic hit. And so then no one was going to this Denny's. Mm-hmm. And then... everything got a little bit calmer, but still no one was going to the Denny's.
I liked the way you worded that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's over. And it's been over.
It's Jova, baby.
Yeah, so like as we were getting ready to go, I was like, I feel as though, especially given that it is a Monday at 8:30, we're probably going to be the only people in this Denny's.
Now, I would so I agree with that. And I remember that you had mentioned that. And I'm like, well, yeah, like, we're going to be like the only people, but colloquially, I feel like it evokes the emotion of or the feeling of we're going to be like the only people at Denny's. Like, we're going to get there. There's going to be one other table like wrapping up. That was like 2 people. Like,
right.
I wish we didn't triple the amount of people in the building.
We
tripled the occupancy by entering in.
We did. That was the worst part. It's not that we were going to be potentially the only people in the Denny's. It's that there was also a chance we would have literally been the only people in the Denny's.
There's a really strong chance.
There literally was a time when I went to that Denny's post-pandemic with my family, and we went in there, and there was no one in the Denny's.
Not in the bathrooms or anything?
They were out back smoking.
Oh,
and there was only one person.
Yeah.
So then there was no one in the Denny's.
That is bizarre.
Yeah. So we were literally in there just like, there's no one in here.
It's such like an unnerving feeling because it becomes like this weird liminal space.
It's like, we're not supposed to be here. And then the person like leaned their head like in the kitchen. They were like, oh shit. And then they like put their cigarette out and they're like, so sorry. It's just me today. It was like, okay.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Like, okay, cool.
Okay.
But then it's the whole thing. So like I remember like, cause it does feel bad. It feel like, I remember we were like feeling guilty ordering, but then the waitress, cook, server, hostess,
busser,
Green Bay,
Oshkosh,
Vanguard, if you will. The silent sentinel.
Right.
She was very she was ready.
She was ready.
Although just to make it's that whole thing of like, do you guys feel bad if there's only one person working, and like it's like, well, shit, should we order food?
Right, but like we're already here, and it's like at least if we order, we can then tip.
That was basically how I felt. Yeah.
Right. Like, so it was like
maybe kind of.
Yeah.
But then she seems like she would get really pissed if we didn't order something.
Right.
Not in a bad way. Not like you need to order, but just like.
Right, but in like I can't handle it.
Yeah. In a lot of ways, she reminded me of Tyler.
Exactly. Of like, come on, I dare you. Ask me for beef stroganoff. I'll make it.
You think I can?
Fuck you.
I don't care
I'll
about
spit in it, but I'll make it.
Goddamn right. Out of spite. But she was a lot of fun. It was great.
She was great.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I almost got away with it. I almost got to just go to Denny's and have a normal time.
Yeah.
And then the chicken tenders.
The chicken tenders.
I didn't want to order a burger.
Right.
Even though I wanted a burger.
Yeah.
Because there was only one person.
Yeah.
And ours were so similar but different that like if she accidentally made a mistake, I would not eat it.
Right.
And I would feel so fucking bad for doing that. So I ordered chicken tenders and it was a mistake.
Yeah.
getting the mac and cheese. I should have got the kids meal one.
Yeah.
Which is why she gave me a secret message.
Exactly.
Which I first took as a very funny, good, like, okay, word. Here it is. Me forgetting that I've ever been to this Denny's. It's just, but what did we see outside the Denny's?
As we were stepping out of my vehicle and walking toward the Denny's, they had
Sauntering,
if you will, skipping.
I'd like to. It's much more efficient than running.
There, across the several many windows of this Denny's exterior, they had done artwork, like like a little slightly terrifying anthropomorphic hamburger.
The usual. It runs the gamut of all of the cast of characters, and then you want to do the promotions.
Bacon that's like curvy with hips and boobuses. That
bacon looks rough. I have a picture of it.
Yeah. Eggs that look like they're asking for something.
You ever look at somebody like, your eggs look like you're asking
Picture
for something?
of a taco, even though they don't sell tacos.
I've never eaten tacos a single time in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Everything else has limbs, but the meatloaf doesn't. Is that the picture?
No. Sorry. As an aside,
I was like, is that the picture of the bacon?
I was taking pictures of Tyler. She was like, don't take my picture. And I was like, let me take a picture. You look really nice right now. And I think she did.
Yeah.
So I was like, she's like, let me see. And I said, no. I'm like, in like 6 months, you'll get to see. Because like in the moment, she was like, no, and she'd be nitpicky. And I'm like, then don't. I want her to forget that I took the picture. Right. And then I show it to her. Where's the Denny's?
Denny's.
Remind me to tell you about that nasty thing.
Okay.
I did. That was it, actually.
Okay, yeah.
What day was Denny's?
Monday.
What day of the week? Sorry, what numerical day? That'd be 6/17?
18th.
The 18th? Okay. There it is. I was trying to think of like what day. Sun?
The sun, a smiling sun. Sun.
I'll have to like. This was the bacon who looks like she's wearing a long dress. And
she's giving it. She's giving it up.
She is. Work.
I love that. I love that for the bacon lady.
The bacon lady.
The bacon lady.
Tyler.
T.
I could never. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. That blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
That revelation. On bingo night.
Of course.
The Denny's had bingo night.
The Denny's had bingo night. Advertised right there on the outside.
I have a question. When you saw that it said bingo night, did you know that I was about to fucking want to, like, I was going to say something?
You were going to ask about it?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. On the same page.
Yeah.
Did it fill you with a small amount of dread?
I couldn't go to a Denny's on a Monday at 8:30 without being willing to, I know what's on the menu.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, that being said, though, like, for that brief moment, like, when you are aware of it, but before you accept it and are on board, do you feel a little bit of dread for just a moment?
I feel dread the whole time.
Oh, perfect. Good.
That's what I'm saying. I know what's on the menu. They're serving dread.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool, because it is a nightmare.
Of course.
But, like, then we get things. Like, we got more chits.
We did.
Like, yeah, which that was really brave of me, to be honest.
I was excited.
Oh, yeah,
I was excited for bingo.
Yes.
I wasn't excited for you to ask about bingo.
Because I'm a lot.
Well, just because I didn't know what we were getting into. But once we were in there and we asked about the bingo and then we had that nice situation and then it was like, okay, now we're going to go to bingo on Wednesday. I was like, by that point, it's like, okay, well, now I know what I'm getting. So
we had some time to process.
Right.
It's that like, because I wouldn't want to play. Because if she was like, okay, I got bingo right now, like, I feel like she's like, do you want me to bust it out right now?
That would have been terrifying.
Well, Cookie didn't have it. Like,
Cookie wasn't there.
It was a Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ended up having dinner and like it was pretty good. We tried to. I don't know if we ate like quickly. We just ate normal conversation.
Well, the food came out right as we were getting into game 3.
Oh wait, sorry.
So then it was like I can't even start. But then once we were going, then it was like I was able to eat at a normal pace.
Oh yeah, work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I think we're talking about different days.
Okay.
So like I think we got to bookend the Monday so that we can talk about bingo night.
See.
Yeah, I think we got to make sure everyone's
I
with
ate
us.
at normal speed, but I eat quickly.
I'm with you.
And I get yelled at for
you
that.
and I are here.
Yeah.
They're there.
They're there. They're there.
Wait. Thank you.
You owe me a mystery flavored Fanta. It's downstairs.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Go fucking get it.
I may.
I didn't need to grab that because I was like, we could try it.
Then in that case, I will because I was thirsty. So, okay. But that being said, we did the tell them about. You're good at setting it up, so tell them about the bingo. Like
getting us to the bingo.
Yeah, get us to the bingo.
Okay.
You know, I struggle driving.
Okay. Yeah. So. Careful. Cute.
Thank you. Good looking out. I got this color.
Tea. Okay, so.
Hot or chamomile?
I said mint. So on Monday, we had our much belabored server /chef /hostess, and Steve asked her about bingo, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you should totally come." She's like, "It's a lot of fun. We actually have like a cook and a hostess and the bingo caller, who is usually our hostess on Saturdays and Sundays, but she comes in to read the bingo numbers." And we were like, "Are we gonna be those people who go to Denny's to play local bingo with other people? Perhaps we will." But we were like, we can't just go us. Like, we're here to save Denny's. We're here to bring Denny's back. Like, Fall Out Boys out here saying save rock and roll. No. Save our Denny's. Oh no, we won't go. Yeah, that. So except we will go to Denny's. So Wednesday arrives. We've gathered a group of 4, 2 of which are Steve and I, and we're gonna go to the Denny's. So we were running a little bit late because we're coming from 4 corners of Arizona, not 4 corners, the place where 4 states touch. But we do all manage to come together and rally for this Denny's. So we get there a little bit after 5:30, but don't you worry, it's okay, because they haven't passed out the bingo cards yet. But we do walk in, and I'll save that part until Steve gets back, because I want to see if he caught this too. But anyway, we walk in, and so we can see that there's a table that's covered in several many various prizes. And you can see the bingo wheel, and it's like, oh my god, it's really happening. We're really here for local bingo. And so we go to so Jordan was not there yet, but me, Steve, and Tyler, we walk up to the hostess, and she's like 3, and we're like, oh, actually 4. And then she kind of like almost trepidatiously, like she like starts to walk, and then she like kind of like looks over her shoulder at us. She's like, are you going to play bingo? Almost like she was like scared to ask, which I guess I could understand if like, oh my god, if we hadn't been coming there for that, and we were just like random people who were like on the road or something, and then we're like, oh, let's just swing into this Denny's on the way of our long drive back to Boise. Let's just swing into a Denny's. It's a national chain. It's a name you can trust. It's a product that, if it's bad, you have a national chain's worth of people to complain to.
Hey, honey, I got us a little treat.
A little treat for later? A little Fanta?
I'm actually going to also give this to you because I tend to trip. So.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I got to move Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. It's 0-calorie mystery flavored soda that is naturally flavored.
With what?
That's an excellent question, and you can use the hashtag #WhatTheFanta.
What the Fanta?
What the Fanta? Fanta, don't you want to?
Isn't it just like Fanta in general is just like fruit flavored soda, right?
Usually, but this contains no juice.
Oh.
The juice is not loose. It's very tight.
It's caffeine free as well.
Mm-hmm. As it should be. Call my hole in airline bathroom.
Tight is right.
Because it's so tight. And then it just sort of like sucks things out.
I know where those turds go.
Oh, it's black. Oh, it's black.
Oh,
it's very black.
Like the way you poured it, it's like it's not as carbonated as
right. It's not very heavily carbonated.
Like it feels flat.
And it's like black in that way where it's like they've clearly dyed it a lot, so it's actually kind of blue.
I'm getting what kind of notes?
I'm getting notes of puke.
I was gonna say like
smells very slightly of like acidic hangover vomit.
There's like a berry. It tastes like the essence of.
There's a hair in mine.
A very berry like gummies pack.
It smells like what I imagine would happen if you were to take a variety pack of fruit roll-ups that includes blue raspberry, strawberry, and tropical tie-dye and melted the entire box together into a liquid state and then were to take just a whiff. I think it would smell not unlike this.
I don't like this. It kind of smells bad.
It doesn't smell good at all.
Well, I guess I should say it's
also, the hair.
That's more accurate. It doesn't smell good. I don't think it smells bad, but it's like
it doesn't smell good.
It's not off.
It doesn't smell in a way that makes me thirsty.
This is a drink that I feel like I would be served at Brandon and Taylor's house. That's what it smells like.
This is a drink that someone would hand me and go, just try it.
And they'd be like, come on, we're all being mature adults.
Try
and
it.
I'm like,
this comes with a just try it. And I'm like,
Or it's just instead of being like, hey, I don't know if this is good. Do you want to try it? Then you're inviting me.
This is a drink that feels like when you're at the table for a board game and they go, it makes sense once you're actually playing. I promise. This is that.
Yeah, a little bit of like, hey, so like, here's like an overview. It's gonna be a lot.
I gotta stop smelling it. It smells bad.
Yeah,
it probably doesn't taste as bad as it smells. It tastes like it smells.
It doesn't. I don't really.
It's not much of anything.
No, it's
not a good aftertaste.
It's weird. It's peculiar. We do a lot of stuff in sync. It's very fun.
Well, we're also in matching purple shirts.
Twinsies.
We're back and we're twins. Oh,
it's season 3 or season 2. Oh, apparently Moxie thought we've already been in season 2. Which
why didn't I ask Moxie?
Yeah, correct. And the Pokemon are back.
Some say the Pokemon
back to
left.
my demand.
Right.
Because I don't care what Hot Dogs thinks. I don't care that Hot Dog gave me this fucking shiner. I like Pokemon, okay? And Pokemon Go.
I'd like to clear the air. I am not the reason why all the Pokemon things were gone from that shelf.
Nope, you're not.
Not at all. And y'all tried to be like, Eric's trying to kick Odie out. Incorrect. This was not my doing. This was your doing.
This was, we did a whole episode where we did the Go Fest. Hindsight. If we would have done it on the couch, perfect vibe.
Right.
No for next time.
Accepted it.
But we didn't know at the time. It's only upon reflection that I've come to this conclusion. That being said, I swear to God, fam. That is so much better.
That's how it was supposed to be. At some point, that one got bumped, and so you were lower and in.
And I think that's why I'm always fidgeting, because I'm like, wait, isn't it? Like, why do I feel like I'm like weirdly closer? Because like, whatever. I forget what I was talking about. It doesn't matter.
That it's their fault.
Oh, it is their fault.
That we did an episode about Go Fest.
We did the Go Fest episode, and then I thought it would be really funny if, like, you know what? Okay, like, clearly the numbers are saying that people don't like Pokemon Go. So instead of just, like, we really being more responsible about it, I was like, let's just throw a temper tantrum because that'd be more fun.
We really said, this is a Pokemon Go podcast, and I don't care if you don't like it. And people said, we don't like it, and we went, okay, well, we do care, so.
Yeah. What's funny is, like, that's almost verbatim how it went. We were talking about it. And so it was like, we had, like, the numbers aren't great. It was like, well, that's fine, but, like, we had fun. But it's like, we kind of were like, okay, yeah, like, in hindsight, again, like, I think we could have done it exactly the same way on the couch. Mm-hmm. Like, that would have been the smart way to do it. IMHO. Mm-hmm. And the only reason for that is because we knew that if we went and did the Go Fest stuff, we'd be too tired to do the podcast. Yeah, you okay? Good boy. Okay.
Thanks.
So I was like, you know what? Fine. Well, we won't. I don't want to upset anybody, so I wore the sleeve. I took all my none of yours.
I refused to take mine down mostly because I was like, some of these things are precariously placed, and I don't want to fuck with it.
You have a situation going on with a lot of that, and that's okay.
I do,
but
and that's that on that. I had a question, and you're gonna answer me.
Yeah, that's right.
I had a question at Denny's, so I gave like the lead up to bingo.
That's my name.
It was my name, oh. So did you
show up in a duster?
Did you catch the like nervous way that as she was leading us to the table, she sort of like looked over her shoulder and she's like, Are you gonna play bingo? She was like asking like she didn't want to ask.
Oh, because they didn't want to like make people, but also like, are we here for bingo?
Exactly. So she's like, are you gonna play bingo? And it was like, yes.
Oh,
well, of course, Tyler was in the front, so she goes, yeah, yes, yeah. That's why we're here.
Yes. We told Tyler, and she couldn't stop. She'd been waiting.
I mean,
as she should.
As she should.
God damn.
Sorry, I was able to like cut right along the seam, and that was cool.
Yeah, nice.
Oh no, I fully missed the seam. I started at the seam.
Hey, that's what matters. You did look when you started that. You thought, I wonder if I can get it on the seam. Turns out you didn't.
Turns out I didn't, but I could have.
And it was fun. And now you know a better way to do it, which is to do it again.
Which is to not ever do it again, because it's wasteful and silly.
Well, what are you going to do with the bottle afterwards? We've
Shove
already
it up
drank
my
that
ass.
liquid. Okay, well that's actually like probably better because that will actually like collapse a little bit and you wouldn't be as like painful.
Painful.
Oh,
you think I still have feeling down there?
I don't know. I have never checked. Do you feel this? Let me show you my fingers.
We're gonna play a delightful game of whose hand is this?
Is that where everyone sits on their hands for a good couple minutes till everyone's hands are asleep and then we turn off the lights?
Sure.
Cool. Which I find to be a much better version of this, like, oh, let's play like whoever, blah blah blah. Like we'll turn off the lights, and it's like,
what?
Sorry, like that's a play on the joke of like, you know, oh, who's in my mouth, as like you would have heard, and it's like, oh, turn off the lights, and I'm like, you could just add the modifier, but let's all sit on our hands because now it's a real game,
right?
Like I think that people are pussies when it comes to jokes,
right?
Because they're like, well, I don't want to make it seem weird. I'm like, no, the more specific you get, the more funny it is, because like there's you are talking about a specific thing, and it's the whole. I didn't thought like the joke is that it became specific. And
specificity.
And men don't get it.
Oh, okay.
Not me getting mad at like a Best Buy employee from 2007 and just being like, to this day, like, it wasn't weird that it was specific. It wasn't about me. It was just the joke.
Some people aren't funny.
I've realized.
So.
Anyway. So, yeah.
You have black soda on your chin.
I don't like the way it looks on my body.
I know when you like.
I don't like the way this Fanta looks on me.
That's and that's tea.
What were you saying? What it looked like?
Yeah, when you like laughed and like some came out, it was just this like black mascara line came pouring out of your mouth.
It felt to be like black ichor, just this tastes like black.
Yeah,
like black.
It tastes like
black licorice.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, like a not so spicy black licorice.
Sweetie. I don't like it.
No.
Oh, to be clear, that's what we're talking about. I saw that in the store and I was like, that's probably bad, but that would be fun for the podcast.
Work. That's like that's what's up. I'm always thinking about. I'm always thinking. I'm always thumping. Cookie. Bingo. Did you buy chips?
Bingar.
That's my favorite Pokemon.
Bingar.
He goes, I-67. ghost.
67 wasn't in column I.
I know.
The number's too high. It was 067. And I had that on both boards, and that was the one that I got blackout on.
Work. Oh, actually, you shouldn't buy chits. We should do what Tyler was saying, where it's just like putting them in and doing the expo markers. Because like the big thing for me is like every time we bump, there's 4 of us at that table.
Of course.
How many times did you like move something and then you're like, you had to like move all your chits back?
I wonder if they make. I understand that we could also put them in large scale sheet protectors, but you could still.
That is a short term solution.
I wonder if they have roughly bingo size sheet protectors.
Oh, I'm sure.
So it's like little, a nice snug fit. So that way it can't wiggle around. Because in my mind, even though this won't happen, I'm like, what if you just like slide all 3 of them in there and then like something happens and it's like, oh no. And you have to slide it back and it would be completely fine. But I'm like, I like specificity.
I personally, like in a very shorthand way, would use. We each get a small book, like a with
photo
a page
album.
protector. Actually, a photo book would actually, if you could slide a photo in there, that would actually probably be because then you could have 3, and it's not like a big deal because you could just go oop, flip, flip, flip.
It's not a big deal, guys.
Oh, I guess. Oh, sorry. When I say big deal, I mean like it's fixing the problem that I had, which was every time something got bumped and my all my chits got moved, it was holy fuck. What were the numbers again? I'm having to look at you guys, and then you guys are ripping up pieces of paper, so I can't even read the number.
Me.
Oh, word.
That's me though.
That was you. That was you at the table when we were like, you know what? We should do this every week. I think I said that. We should do this every week as a family.
Yeah.
But also because, like, I'm pretty sure that, like, that Denny's is going under.
Don't say that. We're saving our Denny's.
We are. Save our Denny's. Sad.
Save our Denny's.
And once we've saved it, it'll be sod. Because we have saved our Denny's.
That part.
Mm-hmm. But, oh, man, like, how many... So, did you win the first bingo game?
I won the first bingo game.
You got everything you wanted? Where's your prize?
Downstairs.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I should have brought it up as a visual aid. Oh, well.
Mm-hmm. If I get a drink, I'll see if I can go grab it. If I can see it. And I'm not going to spend more than a minute and a half looking.
Mm-hmm. So, we get there. We sit down. We prepare to order. Mm-hmm. We order. Mm-hmm. All of these things have happened.
Yeah, I'm going through. You understand?
Checklist.
I'm like, I'm replaying this.
Yeah.
You haven't been inaccurate yet.
And then Cookie, our bingo caller of the evening.
Don't call her bingo.
Comes up. It's not her name-o. And
bingo butts make me go nuts.
And we're trying to we're trying to figure out, like, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh yeah, like it's bingo or whatever. And then she like does like an on-call thing, and she's like, hey, so like you know like, and I'll come around, I'll get your names, and I'll figure out, and you let me know how many like bingo cards you want. And so then like we were like, wait, do we have to pay for the bingo cards? Because like that makes sense. Because I'm like, this is this is a money making.
She's like, how many do you want?
Right. And so then she comes up and she's like, okay, how many bingo cards do you guys want? And then you were like, how does it work? Like, how many?
I hate when people ask me that.
I know.
It's like, I'm like, what is your?
I need more context.
Can you give me your average?
I'm a fresh bingo.
I had that with my dad when he asked me. He's like, how many tacos do you want? I'm like, I haven't started eating yet. I don't know how many. He's like, well, I got to know how many. I'm like, do you need to know right now this second?
I'm not a bingoer.
Yeah.
Historically.
Well, it's like, I'm like, what tortillas? I didn't buy the tortillas. What size of the tortillas? Are you frying them? Like, I don't know how hungry I'm going to be. I'm not, like, which is like, okay, well, like, you could just calm down. And I'm like, I know, but like, I'm also just going to tell you, like, that's what I'm thinking about, though. Like, it sounds weird, but like, that context matters.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cookie graciously explained quite quickly. She was like, no, you don't have to pay for them. You can have as many as you want. She's like, a normal like amount is usually 2 per person, at least to start. She's like, the professionals over here, because there are regulars at Denny's Bingo. She's like, my professionals over here, they do more like 4, 4 or 5. It's like, that's a lot of bingo.
Part of me is almost like
a lot of bingo,
because like I want to do like a better like point system on it. Is like part of me is almost like I want to get her sheets, and then I want to, while she's going to the other tables, quickly transcribe them on my own bingo card to mark it and shit. So that like, while also like writing down, like I like to take notes like that, but like to do my best to like be writing down what they said, so that like at the very least, we all at our table have a list in case of anything that comes up. Like, this is what's been called so far.
Can you imagine, like, showing up at Wednesday bingo at Denny's and then being like, no, this is my lucky bingo sheet, though. I'm going to play this one again, Cookie.
It's a dry erase.
Be like, this is the one. Because it's not unfair.
No, but, like...
It's odd. Mm-hmm. It's not in the spirit of the game.
Yeah, but, like, would they be happier if I taped the bingo card to it? To the whiteboard? Because then I could go, bingo, and I could hold up my whiteboard. Bingar. I don't even have to draw a whiteboard on it.
We could get one of these, and then you could use that to record our numbers.
Could you imagine if, like, she
propping that up,
calling it, and I go, oh, not a problem, and I start Actually, I'll be her assistant and play.
You can get yourself a little bingo.
Big bingo. Oh.
To keep track of, like, okay, she said N37, N37.
Work.
But
that was a lot of fun. And then the regulars.
There were regulars,
which were such a mood.
Which was fun. And then she took our names, but not in a way that, like, completely terrified me. There was a moment as a socially not happy person, not happy, uncomfortable person, where she's like, I'll get your names and you tell me where you're from, and, you know, we'll introduce each other. And I'm like...
You thought she was about to do it right then and there.
Right, and I'm like, Cookie, I need a minute.
And she said, no. I'm giving you an hour.
And she did. And
she said, did you win? And you were like, mm-hmm. She goes, what's your name? And you're like, Rick. And like, do you want to spin the wheel?
Phoenix.
I might make from Phoenix. Do you want to spin the wheel? Do you want a prize?
So we do bingo.
It was genuinely the most fun I've had in a really long time.
It was a great fucking time. I won the first game, which was fucking wild. And all of my fellow socially anxious girlies out there, you know that moment of panic when you're like, I've won bingo, but oh God, now I have to say bingo out loud. The fear that hits. And it's like, maybe I'll just let someone else win.
Now let me ask, is it afraid because, like, you have to say something and you're about to make a loud noise, but it's the, what if I'm wrong?
All of the above.
Oh,
it's many layers of fears.
Would you say that feelings are dynamic?
As a matter of fact,
wild.
Feelings are chemicals, and I was out there playing with my chemistry set.
My feelings are fact.
Chemicals are facts.
They're my
support
facts.
STEM.
Research. Cells. Ghost in the show.
Yes.
Scarlett Johansson. On QVC.
That's what you said.
I got there, baby. Ooh, bacon. If you can figure it out, write it in the comments how I got there.
So I won the first game.
Mm-hmm. I love that he knows it, by the way. When I heard you two going back, like...
Oh, yeah.
I'm very glad that he's quick.
He's learning.
He's up on the take.
Yes.
Very quick on the take.
He doesn't know our references, but when I show them to him, he loves them and he's on board and he quotes. I'm like, that's all we need. Mm-hmm. I don't need you to come in knowing them. I just need you to be willing to
Then why'd he call me a dick in my dream?
Well, what were you doing?
No, it's the only part of my dream that I can remember from this is him going, yeah, like, I guess you are kind of a dick.
Well, if he's saying it that way,
like, I don't know the context from my dream
then
either.
That sounds like you were calling yourself a dick, and he's like, well, yeah. And then maybe he's just trying to support you.
You know, it's really funny that you word it like that because I think you're right. I don't have time to explain. I don't have enough wall space and markers to explain why. One of these days...
It lives here, behind the Life logo. The truth lives here, and you guys can't get to see it.
God, you guys don't even know. We have our nudes here.
Things live here.
It's just asshole.
Asshole.
The bingo numbers, when she called them, she sometimes would suddenly start cranking out the numbers real fast, and I was like...
And she kept doing that after the food had arrived. So it would be a moment where she would be like, 069, which is one of them. And then it would be like, okay, great. Put my little chit down, go to eat my food. And I'm like big greasy burger halfway to my mouth. And she's like, I-41. I'm like, fuck. And then I can't even get that down. And she's like, B9. And I'm like, Cookie, lend me your coat. No one knows that reference.
Let me cook. Slow down. Simmer down, pot roast. Uh-huh. What I was thinking just now, not to sidetrack, but it might be easier doing it in a 3-page protector as long as you have it flat and you stack the 3 on top of each other. Because I was thinking about it like, oh, O69, I'd rather just scan 3 like all the way down the O column in a row. Like I'm thinking that's a much more like managing the 3 is not hard.
Right.
It's just like I had to have mine like this with chits that. Did you notice that when I was taking care of Tyler's 3 cards?
Yes.
That
3 colors.
3 colors. And Jordan was like, oh, wow, that's really nice. And I was like, well, like, there's no, like, it doesn't have to be. But, like, I had already started it.
Yeah.
And then she goes, oh, I have one. Grabs yellow and slams it down with no care or regard.
I know.
I'm glad she left me. She's a monster. She thinks she's a monster because she's big and tall and lady. No.
No.
No, because, like, you had...
The behavior at that bingo evening.
I was like, you know what? I was looking at her and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be the time. I want her to use the same color for once.
Yeah.
Just like see it the way I do. And she went, I'm having fun. And I'm like, bingo. Now I can't have fun because I can't control what you're doing. And the only reason I care is because you asked me, or you were like, I got to go. And I was like, I'll watch it. And you were like, she was like, thank you so much. And I'm like, well, now I'm watching it. These are now mine on behalf of you.
Yeah. You know what I loved about bingo, though?
All of it?
Well, yeah. But the part that I'm going to call out at this moment.
Oh, I know
not
exactly
on like a bingo
what part
number.
Is it how you won twice?
It was about that, but also about you winning. Because
I forgot I won.
he also won. Because what I found fun was that...
I don't like this.
It's not good.
Yeah. Work? I am going to drink it.
That is a color. What?
I hope I didn't find this in my roommate's in the fridge. It might be my roommate's. I hope nothing bad happens if I drink it.
So, we, she said, you know, like, take as many as you want or whatever. We were like, okay, we'll do. I know.
Night, night.
I know.
I know. I'm going to bed. Hunk
But
show.
we did 2 for you, me, and Jordan all did 2. Tyler did 3 because she was like, oh, it's bingo.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's Tyler and it's bingo. So she did 3.
Oh, yeah. She did do 3. I did 2.
The regulars did 4 to 5.
Which, again, I think, if I have a good way to put it, I think we could do it.
But here's
All about their menus.
But here's the thing. Out of 5 games, you and me collectively won 3 of them. And each of us only had 2 bingo boards. Tyler had 3. She didn't win. Lavelle?
Is that her name? Was it the woman who was sitting behind
Yes,
behind me?
It was La, and then something starts with a V.
Maybe. I don't remember. I'd have to like. I'll pay attention next time.
It was interesting. I think it was like Lavelle or Leven. Either way, she
Laverne?
had no, because that was like because it wasn't that because I thought
similar.
I was like, is it that?
It's along those lines. She was really cool.
She was cool. She won, and she had like 4 or 5, but she only won once. And we all won 3 times.
Well, you and I won 3 times.
We all won.
And
3 of the 5.
There was that little bit of like, I'm glad that Tyler and Jordan are having a good time because next week.
Because they're not winning.
Yeah, because if this happens again and they don't win,
they're not going to have as good of a time.
No, but it'll be okay if none of us win.
Right.
Which is why one of us has to win.
Yes.
Because it's a power play.
Yes.
And if you're not putting yourself above others, how else are you going to get under another?
I'm bringing my family to the next one. I told them about it today, and I was like, you're going to bingo. And they were like, sure, that sounds fun. So we got an extra 4 people coming to bingo this coming week.
We're saving our Denny's.
We're saving our fucking Denny's one table at a time.
Oh my God. we gotta get everybody.
It's coming back.
Like as if
we could get Brandon and Taylor.
And I think the big thing is that I think we're doing it right, where it's just we don't tell everybody all at once because like that's going to overwhelm Cookie.
Right. I told Brandon about it, and I told him about how I won.
Oh, good.
And how you won.
Work.
So like
he might go.
We could get him.
He'd like to win.
He would like to win. Taylor loves to win. She loves nothing better than that.
Yeah, it's true. See, but I would want more people there because like Tactical Taylor.
Well, you know when she sits down and she's like, you can have as many bingos as you want. She's going to be like, I want 8.
Yeah, I don't want to sit at her table necessarily. Unless we're sitting at the big king table.
Well, they need their own table so that she can...
Oh yeah. I guess
she's gonna be like, well, I need my own table to spread out my bingo cards.
Yeah, which I think is totally
Brandon,
fair.
go sit with everybody else.
Like that booth with the 4 of us eating and that, like
It was a lot.
tough. We almost a better strat would be we eat first. We get
I
there just
know
early enough
we
to
go
order.
there just for like
we show up at like
little bit
4:45
because like I still want to pay and participate in the actual saving of the Denny's because otherwise we're just there
to play bingo. No, yeah, I like you have to. It was like when I did D&D at the Denny's. Like,
Yeah.
we always got.
You gotta get something, even if it's just like a shake.
You need an avenue to tip because otherwise you're just giving them money,
Exactly.
which is what I would prefer to do. But that doesn't save the Denny's.
Exactly. They need Denny's.
We got to do the shell game.
So yeah. So it's happening.
It's
happening.
We're saving our Denny's.
We're saving our fucking Denny's.
Sad
Sad.
because right now the Denny's is sad.
It is sad, but it could be better.
It's actually really cool because it's really nice. It's really clean in there. It's been all not even remodeled, but it's very like modern.
It was remodeled like 5 years ago, and they've kept it up. It's a nice Denny's, and it's good food.
I'm so pissed at that man. Like whoever the fucking manager.
I know. Well, there was that manager for the longest time, the guy who was a little bit weird, but he was great. That place was fucking bumping when he was the manager.
Because when people care,
Yeah.
It's like,
And then he left, and then the next
Probably
manager
something
was the one that apparently drilled it into the ground. I don't know exactly how a manager alone can apparently destroy the goodwill of a Denny's, but I'd love for you to inform me.
I saw a bunch of examples of those during COVID.
Okay. Well, yeah, but it wasn't during COVID at first. They said it was going down before that.
Well, yeah, but we live in Phoenix, Arizona during COVID. I don't know if you remember what it was like in Phoenix, Arizona during lockdown and early COVID.
Oh, believe you me, I know that. But apparently he was fucking it up before COVID ever happened.
Okay. I guess I wonder if there's also if
I'm
it
sure
got
that
if it
exacerbated
ramped up.
it.
Yeah. Okay. But sounds like he was just already a shitty, because that's in my opinion, COVID really showed shitty owners for who they are.
It showed shitty people for who they are, period.
Work. I'm not afraid to say it anymore.
The COVID was a hoax.
Oh, well, of course. Well, ventilators kill people, apparently.
Oh, my goodness.
Not my claim.
No.
Not my statement, but a real thing I heard in a work meeting.
Yeah, but we really bookended the bingo. I won the first one, you won the third one, and then I won the grand finale blackout.
It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Great time.
And the food was good. And even talking to Cookie at the end, I was a bit oh, okay, this is a lot. I'm it's like when I talk to people. So I was a little bit is this a stand user?
It went on just the tiniest bit longer than it needed to.
It did, but I think
I was having a good time until it was just a little bit. It's okay, but I would like to go.
Yeah, but I think we did it for her though.
It was good for her though.
Yeah, she's this really sweet woman who is just retired,
recently moved here,
wanting to look for new things to do, and her daughter's here.
Mm-hmm. Not a great relationship with the daughter, as we found out.
But also, you know what though? She was fucking raw and real, and I respect the hell out.
She put it all out there
because I'll love her.
Right.
We don't need to do all the bullshit.
I now
anymore.
know Cookie.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, I've taken a bite, and I've loved the way it crumbles.
Yeah.
She's sweet as can be.
It was a good time.
You know who I am worried
Local.
about, though?
Yeah.
I'm worried about that couple that was sitting behind you. Because, I'm watching her. He's checked out. He's trying to just, he just wanted to eat.
She was one of the winners.
Mm-hmm.
And then she also thought she won the blackout, but she said it after me. And there can only be one winner. And then she realized that she didn't get one of the numbers right. She's like, oh, actually, never mind. I got it wrong.
Oh, okay, so she's honest.
Yeah. She seemed nice. But she's also there to win.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying you're picking up what I'm putting down where I'm
yeah.
I'm wanting to build her up as our rival.
Oh, she is.
And a part of me almost wants to go, hey, do you want to be rivals? Just for fun. Eventually.
Right.
A friendly rivalry.
We'll get there.
But, I don't want to tell her, so she just thinks that I hate her.
Of course.
Because, classic.
Classic rivalry. And then you become lovers. Unless.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
She sat along the long booth with the seat that
they
was comfy.
both did because they wanted to look outward.
Mm-hmm, which I respect.
Mm-hmm.
And part of me is also remember when it was do we want a booth or chairs?
Yeah.
The only reason I chose a booth was because
Booths
that
are
way
nice.
we're all together. Yeah, but I also like the half booth with the chairs. It just if you want one of those in particular and you're not someone who like doesn't care, then you gotta get there quick.
There are people who care a lot. When you get to like a half booth, half table, I'm a switch hitter. I'll grab whatever. Just give me a place to sit. If I fits, I sits. And I'm okay. There are people where they're like, it's nerf or nothing, baby.
Goddamn
you
right.
give me that booth seat. And I'm like, okay, I'll sit in the table seat. I don't mind. And they're like, okay, but I'm sitting at the booth. And I'm like, I heard you the first time.
Have you ever met anyone who's a chair person?
I have.
Because like I am, like, especially if like I pee, like if it's a day where I'm like, oh, I'm peeing a lot, like
Right. It's a pee-pee day.
I do not want to get
day.
up and do that. That's why I had Tyler sit on the outside, because I'm like, she's probably gonna have to go to the bathroom more than me, and like I'd rather just like be hunkered in and I don't have to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
With all that food.
Yeah.
Oh, boygy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just, the chits were fun. Like
The chits were fun.
we got to like
Color
you put the
coordinated
things
them.
on
I had
it.
pink and orange.
There wasn't enough chits of the colors that we wanted. We didn't do that appropriately, which is
By
fine.
the end, it got there. When she gave us the second pile that you graciously asked for, and I appreciate that.
I was scared and very brave, but it was that like when everyone said, no, it's not a big deal, I was like,
But
I'm
it
gonna go ahead and skip all of this and just yell it, because then we just have to deal with her giving it to us.
Yeah.
Because then she did. Because
Yeah.
she was like, oh yeah, of course, because there's 4 of us at a table playing 8 games.
9.
9? No, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh!
Oh! And that family with the children, they didn't win anything. That table didn't win anything.
Yeah. Table with the children.
What?
I got a lot of prizes from them.
Yeah.
They said some interesting shit.
They did say some interesting shit.
The kids did.
Yeah, I don't like kids, but it would have been nice if they would have won one of the games. That would have been really good for a kid.
Yeah. Like that would have been like, it's not something
That would have been exciting.
Yeah,
for them.
It would just be like, because like I don't care. Like we had already won.
But they're big losers, and we won.
Oh yeah, they're losers.
Yeah,
they took 2 O's because we won twice.
Exactly, so they can sit down. We won 3 times.
Half of our table were winners, and statistically speaking, that's a lot better.
We were and we had a double winner, me. Mm-hmm. So we're even more than
2.5 time winner.
Yeah,
because the blackout has got to be a bonus.
It should be. It was the grand prize.
That's 5. How many bingos is that? 5 by 5.
It's a lot of bingos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. 12.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, right. I think.
Yeah.
So you.
So really,
bingos.
I won 14 bingos.
There it is.
No, 13. Sorry, because the other one I won was the blackout.
Mm-hmm. Technically, only worth 2 prizes, but you, in terms of bingos,
I got 13 bingos.
And no babies were eaten during the making of this one.
No.
Bingo ate my baby.
Bingo ate my baby. Boing. I want them to reorder it to be boing.
Boing.
Boing. If I printed bingo cards, I would do mine in boing order.
Hey, what's up? Are these boingo cards?
Boing. Y'all want to play some boing?
Boingo cards.
Boing.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was just nice. Like,
it was a good time.
And the best part, personally, was like, I was so, like, we got done. I was like, I'm tired. Like, we just ate. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, all right, we're probably going to go drive back over to your house, hang out for a bit, and, like, go home. Because, like, it's already getting late.
It was.
I look at my watch. It was 7:30.
7:30. It had been a full-ass evening, and it was 7:30.
Dude, being 30 is fucking great.
Isn't it wild?
It's so good. It's wild. We had all that much fun bingo in 2 hours.
I know.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes. Baldur's Gate 3 is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. There's so much fun. I know I've already said it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much fucking game in that game.
You can't believe how much they pack in this bitch.
Jordan and I were playing it last night, and there's so much more. We're still in Act 1. You don't even know. We got on the little boat, and we went across the lake, and there's a whole other game over there. And it's still Act 1.
I was going to say, because that's where we're at, right? We're about to go on that boat.
We got on that boat. It's a whole other world.
The gaming.
It's all over. Again, and again and again.
And apparently, you don't even get to Baldur's Gate until Act 3.
Yes.
And
meanwhile, everyone the whole time is, well, I'll meet you in Baldur's Gate. And I'm like, how can they all be in Baldur's Gate? Oh, they can.
Well, Baldur's Gate is massive.
And it really is, even in the game.
Because, like, that's like all those NPCs where they're like, we'll see you there. Like,
Yeah,
I'm guessing,
they mean it.
I can't wait.
Because, like, my brother-in-law has gotten through the whole game or whatever, and he's like, Baldur's Gate is a city. And everyone who says they'll meet you in Baldur's Gate, they're there, and they want to talk. He's like, it is so overwhelming. And I'm like, I believe you.
Which, to be honest, is it's very immersive because, like...
I mean, it would be nice for once in a video game for a city to feel like a city that's actually populated.
Which this does, is like you, I guess, like, you know, you spend all that time in the fucking city, like, or dealing with shit.
And then we start a fight and kill everyone in the city.
Oh, work. Josh keeps thinking that I'm just like a murder hobo who wants to kill everything.
Right.
But, like, he has not... Has he taken a look at the alignment of the creatures that we've been fighting?
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, because I don't think I'm a murder hobo.
I love Josh, but Josh, I feel...
He's being a little bitchy
he
cleric.
fears combat too much.
I think he's a little piss boy.
Cleric.
Cleric.
Combat too much.
I think you're losing your heart, Shart.
In my personal...
I know he watches.
In my personal playthrough, I'm playing as a deep gnome.
Work. Who I helped and I got those boots of speed.
I'm playing as a little deep gnome. And when I entered a certain section of the Underdark, there was a certain group of people that attack me on sight. So in me and Jordan's playthrough, we killed every single one of them on sight because they wanted me dead. Yeah. And you know what? They're evil, and I don't care. Yeah. That does not make me a murder hobo. That makes me righteous.
No, like, that was just fun. Like, that is righteous, absolutely.
I mean, literally, they're trying to kill me just because I'm a gnome.
Because of the color of your skin.
They wanted me dead. They wanted me dead. Actually, we had the same color skin.
Durgar.
Actually, they didn't because I didn't. They didn't because I was like, oh, I'm going to be a gnome. And I made a gnome with a lighter complexion. And then it's like, but he's still a deep gnome, which I didn't realize. And then I was like, oh.
You've been above ground for a while. Your skin's gotten lighter.
I guess. Which I'm like, I figured they would have like in the same way that like tieflings, like you have to be like, well, aren't tieflings mostly colorful?
They can
usually
be
like blue and red.
Like blue, red, purple, pink, but they could also just be white or like
skin tone.
Skin tone, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of variances. Like
I didn't know if they were like, because like in the books and stuff, like in like the D&D,
like if you're a full red, like the ones like the tieflings in the camp, like those would be considered like, because they're more devils. But like technically, like, you know, you could have someone like I played a half tiefling in our campaign, not D&D, but D&D-esque, where like it's like, well, you're not humans, and so you seem like a demon, like you're hated by everybody. But I'm like, it was still a lot of fun because it's like there is variation. Yeah,
because in like the character creation like books and stuff, I remember like when I made like the genocide, genasi, I can't remember how you say it.
Genocide, or I think both are correct.
Yeah, when I looked at the picture of like they have like the example of like the four of them, one of each element, I mistakenly thought that the blue one was a water one because in my head that made sense because of Bonkle.
Well, that also, to be clear, makes sense.
Thank you.
Like, or at least like, because air was green,
right?
Or sorry,
I then later found out that in that picture the green one is water, the blue one is air. In Bonkle, blue is water, green is air. So that's just what I thought, because most water is, you know, blue.
Which I think what we did was just, okay, cool, so you're blue.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter. It's just,
which is totally fine. But then they say like in like the, I think it is much better that in the game you can be any, you know, any of the colors that you want. But because I was surprised by that only because in the actual like D&D character creation books, they tend to tell you at least like what you typically are. That they were like a water genocide is generally blue.
Well, and a big thing. Oh, I guess that's for the cosmetic, because like D&D 5th edition, they've really started to embrace like custom lineage and stuff. So it's like to kind of like not lock people behind like you get to choose a class just for this, or like a race just for the class, like for the stats.
Yeah,
you can kind of, if you want to, you can move stuff around because like it's much more dynamic and people are like, people there was a lot of upset about some of these decisions in Adventurers League, and I'm just like, it just seems like more options.
Right. Like maybe we just like give people choices.
Yeah, it's like you can
so
still
they
do
can play
everything
the
the way
game in a
you
way
did.
that feels fun.
Yeah, it's like we're actually just broadening it. Everything else is there, but just so that like all we're doing is just rewording it to better reflect what people understand at first glance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like, hey, like you can do whatever you want. Because otherwise they're like, well, I have to play this. Like, what's a dwarf like? I don't know.
Right.
Like, I'd never want to play a dwarf
Can I
character.
refresh your
but they have this.
beverages?
With Santa Claus.
Yeah. That
I hope
ass that
she's
wouldn't
doing
quit.
good. The fattest of dumpies.
Honestly, that man
He was like, I don't know what he had, but he was clucking.
he was walking with a fucking like he had a deep freeze hanging off his hips.
Did you see that fucking like 4-wheeler
When he backed that up,
or that 10-wheeler he was dragging?
he didn't even have to back it up. He would just be trying to take a turn, and it was like, I need my beverage refreshed because he knocked it out of my hand.
She's like,
Which
which like it's just like I don't know. She seemed like a teenager, early 20s,
Yeah.
just like a dude.
Just
she
an
didn't need to be,
uncomfortable
but it was just
person.
funny.
It was funny.
Just because. Like, yeah, of course, man, for sure.
Absolutely, you may refresh my beverage.
I just hate that. It's not that. It's just I don't want to have to refresh my beverages. Why can't I just go to the fucking?
May I
soda
refresh my own beverage?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to do the work. I'll do it. Just let me refresh my own beverages.
fountain?
I'll do it. I don't want to ask anyone to do that.
I hope my friend's okay. I wonder what she's been up to.
I think she's okay.
Yeah.
She had charisma.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if she's
Whatever
still
happened.
at that
Probably
location.
still not there. I'm
I
gonna
don't remember
take a
if she was
guess.
there. Like I hope she's not.
I hope she's moved on to bigger, better, brighter.
Yeah, because I know she has a kid. I don't know, but like for a brief period of time, I got bonus strips,
Hell yeah.
and all you have to do is just be nice to people. Like it's not even
Yes.
like be nice. Like I just like talk to
Just
people.
talk or just be nice.
Like this whole transaction is going to take a minute anyway, so I could sit here awkwardly and be stressed that I'm taking up time, or like other people who are doing that thing as well could just be like, "Wow, you're just fucking talking. Wow, whatever. Like you're so annoying." And I'm like, "I don't care. You know, you can talk too.
Wow.
This is just a daily function. We're just trying to get, we're all just trying to get cocked up."
Sometimes we just want chicky chips. Chicky tendies, chicky nuggies. We just want
a
our
little bit.
chicken.
Chicken nuggets.
Whoa. So much game in the game.
So much game.
You don't even know. When you get in that boat,
Yeah.
you end up on the other side. There's so much more game in the game.
I can't wait.
And then when you come back to report that you have done all that game,
Game in the game.
there's more game in the game.
Work.
When there's someone that's like, you should take me somewhere. And then you take that someone somewhere. And then he's like, I want you to do so much more game in the game. And you can decide to agree with him, or you can decide to kill him right there in the street.
Work. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of game in the game.
We can't switch characters, can we?
Yes, we can.
We can? Like, it's just like a matter of like ungroup, swap it back out of the party, because then I take up that person's spot in the party slot.
As the host, I can assign whatever character you want to the person. So, like, if you want to play as a character that's not even currently in our thing, like if you wanted to switch to Asterion for whatever reason, we could literally just like, without having a full 4 people in the game, as long as there were only like 3 of us in it for that moment, swap out someone for Asterion, and then I can assign Asterion as your character, and then we're good.
Okay, that's what I figured.
So we would tell Karlak, stay in camp, add Asterion to the group. I would assign Asterion to you.
Work. Because I really like playing as the Frenzy Barbarian. Because the throw. Like, have you played like a barbarian at all?
I have not.
Fuck around sometime.
I want to play as a monk.
Oh, it's really fun.
Yeah.
From what I've done so far, like, because you get the bonus actions, I'm real stingy with key points.
The problem, as I see it, that I ran into is when we were playing, I was like, okay, I'm Gale. Gale is a wizard. I'll be a wizard. That makes sense. I want to like be true to the character. And then in my personal playthrough, I was like, I want to be a druid because that's what I want for me. And I play as a druid, and I was like, this is so fun. I'm going to switch Gale to a druid.
Yeah, and which you should have.
Which is good because then I'm having a great time in both games. But
the goal is to have fun. So,
now my only problem is I'm playing as a druid in both. I'm like, I kind of want to play as something else just to mix it up. I'm playing as a druid, and then like my backup is usually Gale, who is a wizard. So like I have only ever played as a druid or a wizard, and I'm like, I want to do something different. I should just switch Gale in me and Jordan's game to like a monk.
Yeah.
Just to be like, now I can play because I'm playing two characters, so it's like I should change one of them.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too is like you can change like
or switch like Karlach to a monk and then just roll with Karlach instead.
Yeah, or like if you wanted to have that character be a monk specifically, like if you just wanted a monk and you don't want, I thought you were talking about your main person.
Yeah, because I want him to stay as a druid.
You could just like go pay Withers the 100 gold and you literally just totally respec. So it's like, I do that sometimes just like, you know what, for the cost of 100 gold, I get to go try this thing out for a bit. Like, okay, cool. I get to see what this is and then load it and then, all right, I'm going to switch back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would want to leave my character as a druid because like I genuinely just enjoy playing as one. Plus it is kind of a nice like test bed for then like fighting like good spells and stuff for when we're all playing as a foursome. But it would be fun to switch like Karlach maybe to a
meow.
Oh.
Work?
Gee. Do it again.
Meow.
There we go. But I might switch Karlach in my playthrough to a monk and then roll with her instead of Gale because I don't want to have to like respec Gale all the time because I like having Gale on hand. If it's like this would be a good part to have a wizard to not have to respec him all the time. That's really smart.
It is worth doing.
And Karlach is like mostly in line with like my values because that's the problem was I was running with Asterion, but like Asterion is. He doesn't morally align. He's fun, but he doesn't like morally align with most of my decisions because I generally play mostly good.
You're a bit of a good boy.
Yeah, and he doesn't.
We play very similar. It's like I'd like to help people if I can. Like if it's not of an inconvenience and it seems reasonable, then sure.
Yeah, and like I occasionally fly off the handle and do some wild fucking shit.
Murder hobo.
Which is why sometimes I'll loop Asterion in if it's like we're about to do some shit. Gale might not approve, but Asterion would like this. I'm gonna swap him real quick.
If you do you know how to properly use his sneak attack?
I almost never am in combat with him.
Well, for what it's worth, not that this is anything new for me, and I don't know if it's new for you, but like a lot of people have asked. Like I think a lot of people, if you haven't played a lot of D&D, like how does sneak attack work? And it's not so much that like you have to have advantage on the target or an ally like within 5 meters of like an ally next to the person. Yes. So the big thing is that especially if you go thief, you get the second bonus. You get 2 bonus actions in a turn. You can do bonus action hide if there's no enemies or no like if Karlach's not fighting somebody or Lysel, whatever. If your fighters, there's not someone up there. Hide, pass the check, shoot, and then hide again. Yeah. Which is like work. That's some clean shit. But like once you start like it's almost like if you're gonna have Asterion in your party, you should be trying to get sneak attack off every single turn. Yes. Because otherwise, like if you're not using it, you're losing it.
If you're not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the story.
Oh, word. I was like, and Lysel, and then I thought,
boom, boom.
I was like, how am I out of inventory? Like, how am I overburdened as Karlach? I have all the strength, and I went, oh, it's because I'm carrying Lysel's mangled corpse. I use her like a pocket because like she can have an inventory.
Who needs a bag of holding? You have a Lysel of holding.
Which I love that every time we go somewhere new and so it's a different camp, wherever Lysel's at, it is just like a mulch, like a pile.
She's just there. She has to come with. They're like, no, you're gonna have her every time. I guess we could resurrect her probably. Yeah. I don't want to, but I believe we could.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I believe that's why they keep bringing her goo pile along.
Oh, that would actually be really cool.
That would be interesting.
That would piss Josh off.
That would be funny. If we bring her back, and then it's like, no, you guys need to resolve this.
Well, don't you have that scroll of true resurrection?
I do.
Which that was so fun. Like, I was so glad. Like, I felt like we were a team because I'm like, wait, I have it open. I'm like, let me go. Like, because all the if you click it, it's all the dialogue stuff, but you can't see that when you're trying.
You're in, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. I like. I've been wanting to play.
I like Turtles.
The Toidles.
I like Turtles.
I like Toidles. I haven't been playing at all lately. I've been a bit busy, but like that's what like today and tomorrow is all about. Is like chilling and fun. I think Sin's gonna hop in my game for a bit because I didn't realize you could just
never play.
Yeah, no. Sin has like 80 hours.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, no. Sin's. You should be like Sin's fucking all in.
Sin's fucking Asterion, aren't they?
I don't know. I hope they are.
I think they would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that for them.
Sin's got some stuff cooking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I love that for Sin.
I really do. It's some fun stuff. Like, work. Like, it's because like everyone in my community, for the most part, it's all Asterion simps. Mm-hmm. And I found this.
I mean, come on.
How could you not?
Come on.
Oh, it's Grubbin Community Day.
Although I'm not trying to fuck him in my playthrough. Although I did just to see and then rolled it back.
They had this like crop top you could buy, which is with Asterion girl dinner.
Hell yeah!
So I sent it to Callisto, and she said, "Way ahead of you, and it's already out for delivery."
Work. You better work.
And
I love that.
So fucking here for it. Like I love it for everybody, and that's like the best part about the game, or the hardest part about playing the game so far for me in the solo game is that like I have to have like something I'm doing.
It's tough on your own.
We've been doing it. It's not that the combat's hard. It's just that like, we've already done all
My
of these
very
things.
first one was the shiny.
Work.
A shiny from the table. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'm talking about Pokemon Go. Gird your loins, everyone.
My loins. Which, on that note, to pivot, it finally happened the other day, but I finally got a shiny Rattata to spawn.
Yes.
And in a fever dream, like I'm like I don't care if I'm late to my morning meeting. I just like stopped what I was doing and I was like immediately grabbed the Master Ball, and when you throw it, it's got this cool animation and everything, and I was like, I was more happy about it for the sole fact that like now that Master Ball is out of my inventory because
Freedom.
like I don't want to accidentally use it.
Right. Suicune, Entei, and Raikou are back in action, baby.
Yeah. I don't know what you're doing after this, but if you wanted to go walk those routes and see what was up for a bit.
I mean, I was probably just going to try to catch them with like a remote raid.
Oh, we could do that as well.
Because
that's probably smart.
Because if you think I'm not going to be grinding for a fucking shiny Suicune, you don't know about me.
Oh, I don't. You don't know about me. You don't know about me. That sounds fun.
Although I don't actually know what a shiny Suicune looks like. I just love Suicune normal. I don't know if I like the shiny one.
What does it look like? It's like
if it turns pink and purple, I'm gonna nut on this table.
I don't think so. I think it's like
the table may survive this.
It's like a softer colors.
A gentler baby blue. I might nut.
Yeah, actually, I think it is.
I might fucking nut on this goddamn table.
Yeah, we got to keep talking too. I forgot. I'm like,
this is why they hated the Pokemon Fest episode.
That's true, but like they could have been doing the Pokemon Go Fest at the time.
So everybody wants to fuck Asterion, and I get it. Listen.
Who wouldn't?
I get it. Girl dinner. I get it.
I just the thing that I think is hard, like that was hard for me at first, is that I was like, oh fuck yeah, I get to play as Karlach finally after all these years, and then when we're in that game. No voice lines.
That part, I was like, when I started playing like my own playthrough and I was playing as my own character, none of the origin characters, and suddenly you get to hear and know all the origin characters as actual people. It was like, oh, this is fucking wild. I was like, Asterion is his own person. Gale is a snarky little funny boy.
Yeah, Gale is way different than like, because like we had this.
Right.
That was our first time playing. Was like in our game, so it's like. Oh, like these characters, whatever. And it's like, oh, we meet. I want to go back because.
We have to go back.
Apparently, I have a theory, and I guess it's true.
A game theory.
The stuff that happens with Will doesn't have to happen.
Yeah.
Which I find, I'm like, oh, I want to know. Because the first one was like, did I fuck up? Which is like, well, no.
No.
But like. You could do something different.
Oh, we have to go to a Pokestop to evolve. charge
Oh,
above.
because it's the
It needs a
electric.
magnetic lure.
Yeah, that's in line with the games. I know. I'm hoping I want to get a shiny Noibat.
That would be cool.
That'd be very cool. Oh, shiny Mega Gardevoir or Mega Gardevoir came out, and I finally got to do the shiny Mega Gardevoir, and life is good.
Hell yeah. Here we
Podcast.
Oh. So yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, not exactly a riveting opinion, but great game.
Very good game.
Good game.
So
much game in the game.
My favorite part is like it's not necessarily that like I love the combat because like I always want to fight things, but rather I love all the shit that you can do in combat. Like I went Frenzy Barbarian because like we could just start throwing people, and like that was like Trackapooly. How have we forgot about Trackapooly?
Trackapooly. Lovable scamp.
If you find Trackapooly, you make sure you know he's a friend of the cast.
Listen, so are your friends.
Our new manager, Trackapooly.
Trackapooly.
Rudy's no longer with us.
Well, Rudy is currently he's on a sabbatical of sorts as he deals with handling the allegations.
He was saying something about passports and Argentina.
He's working through some things right now legally.
He's leaking the Fanta Zero Sugar.
Yeah, and it's just it's tough, Sometimes it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. So we're currently, seeking alternatives, and Trackapooly just happens to be one. Trackapooly.
Which I don't know. I don't think there was anything in particular that was really funny about it, other than just the fact that it just sounds really fun to say. Trackapooly.
It just became like just a joke because it was like
Patch Matthews is here.
Exactly.
It's all family today.
It's all family day. It was just an easy joke to make, and like you just kept throwing him, so he was just right there in the zeitgeist.
I said, Trackapooly, you are my weapon, and I just started using him to beat everybody.
He had to.
Jordan's the reason I've loved the game.
Because Jordan went away.
Huh?
Because Jordan was gone?
No. Because
he was gone when we were doing Trackapooly.
No. I love Baldur's Gate because Jordan, the one time, like, Jordan changed the game for me when he kicked that one goblin off the like the big rock.
Yep.
And the fall damage killed him because
world opens.
Wait. If I push someone off, they take fall damage.
Yeah.
Didn't know that, like, because that's displacement.
Mm-hmm. Although if you push
displaced.
The only thing is like I have now that like even in my personal playthrough I have the Club of Hill Giant Strength, so I am a jacked little deep gnome.
A word?
I'm a little deep gnome with 19 strength, and y'all ain't gonna fuck with me.
You should for a little bit play him as a tiny barbarian. Because you can't use great weapons, so you can't use great axe. I
have the club,
great sword,
and I'm gonna swing it.
Oh,
I'm gonna knock their knees out. Yeah.
Oh, because it's not a heavy club.
It's not a heavy club. I'm a druid. Clubs are. I'm proficient with clubs. I'm supposed to use them. Shillelagh.
Well, I was like, why do you have? There was that part of me that was like, if you weren't going to use that staff, that gives you the strength bonus, right? Because it sets your strength to 19.
Yes, it's not a staff though. It's a club.
Regardless, the club.
Club of Hill Giant Strength.
My ass was if you weren't going to use it, I'm like, I could just respec and like boost my con and my dex and like get super fucking tanky as well. So if you ever end up finding something better for that, let me know.
Well, I
don't think so.
In our playthrough, I'm not using it.
Oh, okay. Who is using it? Jordan?
No one. I just had it like on hand because I'm like, this is good if we have like strength check stuff that we know ahead of time. It's easy swap.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the way I like. Well, like I don't care so much about like DPS because there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
So like
not such a concern.
I know I shouldn't have bought all of those magical items in the first place, but like I'm really glad I did because like I just want to know what they do. I think they're really fun. Like the jumping one, there's this hammer where when I jump it lands the shock wave which hurts people. There's another one. I have this doom hammer which is pretty cool. Where it strikes fear into people, so it like if they're undead, they're actually like immediately like feared, like or they have disadvantage on the check or whatever. Like it's like a build up thing or something every time you swing it, which I'm just like, how the fuck does that work? I'm like I don't know, but I want to know.
We are going to get to level 6 in Act 1 because I did in my playthrough. We're not doing anything special.
Josh told me we weren't getting to level 5 till Act 2, and I went, I don't.
Josh is incorrect. I love you, Josh.
I love you.
But you are incorrect.
So, but like that's really comforting to know because I'm like, okay, cool. Because
level
at first,
6, like
I thought we weren't going to hit level 5 until Act 2, and I was like,
yeah,
like I think the other part is Baldur's Gate is hard until you hit level 5 because at level 5
the world opens up.
Yes, and the other important thing is you should also make sure that as your characters level up, go and open up all of the other party members and add them to your party for a minute and like take 10 minutes at camp to level them up so you don't have to do it last minute. And also, that's kind of a good thing, too, where you have those magic items, but you don't really know what you're going to use them for.
That's a good time to put them.
Go shove them on people. So, like, if I ever want to use Lizelle, she's got some
She's
good
ready
shit.
to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. Yeah, but we hit level 6. And level 6 for Wizard, not a big deal. Level 6 for a Druid and the Circle of Spores, that's when you get your fungus skeletons, baby.
Oh.
So
is that a lot of fun in your playthrough?
I haven't gotten to use it. We hit level 6 right as we were like, okay, it's late. Let's go to sleep. Because
I'm tired. CP.
Tired.
EP. Yeah.
EP. We'd been playing a long time, and it was like 11:30 at night, and it was like, oh, we both have to wake up early in the morning.
Oh, no.
Let's go to sleep. Because I had to go to a train meet, and guess who was there?
Terry?
Terry was there.
Why did we talk about anything other than this?
I bought stuff from Terry, though.
Is that what that train stuff was on the table?
Yep.
Work.
2 of the things there were from Terry. Because listen, I know he's a problem.
He's slimy, but that's the problem.
But he's got the goods. He's got the goods.
You should probably clean the grease off.
I need to clean them. They need a deep clean because that's how he is.
I'm not saying Terry fucks the trains.
He doesn't because there's no money in that.
I don't know if he'd like to or not. I don't know. More information needed.
I can't speak to the darkness within the heart of that man, but I know.
Terrence, are you fucking trains?
You fucking train.
Quit fucking the trains, Terrence.
And we're literally like, it's, oh my gosh. So the cowboy who's watched me grow up, his name is Larry. Very sweet man. My dad bought something from him. I didn't, just because there was nothing that I was looking for right that time. But like he literally like, so we go up there and he's like, hey, how you guys doing? And we're like, oh, we're doing good. Everything. And we're looking at like, boxes under the table or whatever. And he's like, you guys can just have the boxes for $20. Boxes full of trains. And I was like, okay. So my dad bought the one. The other one I was like, there's not really anything in here that I want. It's not like it's nothing.
Not my
nothing
boat.
worth having. So I was like, we're good or whatever. And then he's like, you two can go behind he's like, you guys can go behind the table. He's like, there's a box back there that you should look at.
Oh, he sent you to the back.
So we went behind the table and we opened the box, and he was absolutely right. It's everything we've ever wanted.
Oh, work.
It's all the motorized units. And it was like, oh shit, Larry. Shit.
It really did it feel like it was the, hey, if you guys are like serious buyers, I've got the real goods. Like,
well, I mean, it was kind of that, but it was more of just like, I know you guys, like we literally like it's first name basis. And then when we like go back there, my dad was looking, he's like, oh, this is like these are like the good stuff.
You undersold.
These are the good stuff. And he's like, well, yeah, he's like, I can't have it on the table. He's like, because kids could like break it or something. He's like, because these ones are really fragile. He's like, but I know you guys. He's like, I watched him grow up. Because he did. He literally did.
That's really cool.
And it was just like, Larry, my cowboy hat friend.
He saw you grow into a man.
He really did.
Was that
he saw me from like child in my father's arms to now I'm a 30-year-old man getting behind that table.
Is that a surreal feeling a little bit, like at the time?
A little bit.
Like, that's really cool.
Like, but it's true. Like, I know all these guys. Like, and they know me. Like, I remember when Terry had hair on his whole head. It was still greasy and gross, but he had all of it. Mm-hmm. And when he has this Boston, business partner who's not been around lately because I think,
bad blood.
I think Terry, bad blood. But
I think someone walked in.
I remember back when the Boston guy had long black hair, so long gone. But I remember.
Watch the caboose.
The flesh forgets, but the mind remembers.
Actually,
other way around.
It is the other way around. Yeah, your body always remembers. Which is
yeah.
why you should feel your feelings, because if you don't, your body just is like, I guess we're just storing this, because like we already made the feeling, and the brain's like, we're good. We already did that.
I made chemical. Brain says, I made chemical, and now I rest. And body goes, hold on.
Hey, are you gonna help us process this chemical?
Like, what am I supposed to do with the epinephrine that you gave me? And brain goes, my
I'm
problem.
EP.
Brain is that picture of
Bring it up with the body.
that little chihuahua who like goes to sleep all tucked in. That's Brain after making a horrible cocktail of chemicals and then going, it's sleepy time.
I can't focus.
And my body's like, I don't know how to survive. And Brain's like, I'm sleepy.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Brain goes, that's your problem. I'm EP.
Set it and forget it if you want.
Yeah.
Or don't. Your choice.
Or don't. Or fucking don't.
Pussies.
And I got a reproduction ballast tamper,
Yeah.
which is pretty fucking great.
I love that. How
'Cause,
efficient
like,
is that going to make your
Because the originals are like very expensive. And like, I'm not like, listen, I love original Lionel, but like, I don't get too pressed about it. I'm not mad at a reproduction. A lot of times they look better because they look identical but new. So it's like
for you, it's not so much of the like, oh, these are the actual old pieces. Like sometimes that's cool.
sometimes that's cool, but sometimes it's like I just want the one that looks nice, and that's usually a reproduction, which is fine. Don't ever try to pass off a reproduction as the old one because that's fucked. That's not cool. Don't do all that shit.
Like people will buy the reproduction. Like, because
Yeah, there's nothing-
It's you save a fuck ton of money. I'm sure.
Generally,
Yeah.
and it's nice. It's nice to see it how it looked in 1948, but in 2023, because like you can
What's the difference?
you can restore an old one to make it look basically brand new, but when you open up reproduction, it's like this is what it looked like when some kid in 1950
this is why
51 like cracked that. He popped the top and he just won't stop.
That's what your uncle, your older uncle, like
My great uncle
experienced.
Gene.
Yeah, that was his experience.
When he cracked open that scale Hudson, because insane.
Word.
Actually, he didn't have a scale Hudson, but he had a semi-scale Hudson. I'm like, you don't give that to a child. That was the slightly like off of the family who like they had money and let everybody know, and it's like that's great, sweaty, but like nobody else did.
Just if you do that, man, like you gave that to a kid. Did he knowingly give it to a kid after knowing it was valuable? Or
Oh, yeah.
or just at the time.
This was his mother would buy him things like that, basically treating her son as a status symbol, as a way of displaying her wealth, of being like, I'll even buy my kid this expensive thing because I don't care.
You're like, I have the money and fuck it.
I have the money that I can buy him this scale Hudson, semi-scale Hudson.
Oh,
and
it's
just
one of those
show
that
it
you
off.
wouldn't really buy it for a kid.
You wouldn't usually have bought that for a kid. That was not so much a toy. That was more of a like collector
model.
piece sort of a thing, more of a model. But she'll buy it. She bought it for a kid because she's like, look what I can buy my kid. Which, like, work. You got the money, whatever. Are there better ways to spend it? Probably. But that was before I was ever born. So I don't know. I can't weigh in on that.
Life didn't exist before I was born.
You're right.
My reality didn't exist before it happened.
And it ends as soon as I die.
Yeah.
Yep.
TV goes off. Boom. That's scary.
Right?
That's scary, but scary is not fully the right word. It's more of just like, it's just, I don't know, it's a little unnerving because you just like,
It
I don't know,
is.
like sometimes I'm cool with it.
It's a thought to think about, but not all the time.
And I feel differently
Sometimes
about
it's
it
not
all
the
the
thought to
time.
think about. Exactly. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes I'm like, this isn't the thought I want to have alone at bed in bed at night, right this moment. So I just like put it away for a little bit. I go, we're gonna come back to you at a better time.
Work.
I'm gonna watch a YouTube video about getting the golden net in Animal Crossing without ever actually catching any bugs with a net.
Work.
I don't even play Animal Crossing, but I keep watching this YouTuber named Dagnall who does like these ridiculous Animal Crossing like things.
I like it. That's cool shit.
Yeah. I like watching stuff about games that I have no desire to ever play. I love Animal Crossing. I have no desire to ever play it. I'm never going to buy one. I don't want to do it. I'm too late.
No,
Like,
you're not.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
For myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
My own interest is
'Cause,
not
like,
going to happen right now.
I would get back into my Animal Crossing Village because I played it up until the moment I got one wolf, and I went, fuck yeah. And I have not played it since.
Yeah. It's one of those games where it's like,
Except once when I hung out with Mims.
I love that people love it, and I like to watch stuff about it, and it's cool. I don't ever really need to play it. Certainly not now.
Yeah.
There would
That's
have been
fine.
a time when I could have.
You could watch someone play it.
Yeah, and I have. But yeah.
I was thinking about it actually in kind of the same vein of like challenges and stuff. I was thinking about it and I'm like, I kind of know why I think I know why I really like speed running and like glitch exhibitions and stuff. Is like it's not so much that I don't like cheating the game, but rather I find it really interesting that like, so normally you can't do this, but if you happen to have this item, there's a weird interaction, and I'm like, that's the fun part, because it's like, you never thought this would happen. What just happened? What? Like, what could I do?
What simply could have been?
I love finding out a billion ways to not like. I like finding out that things don't work because you never know. Like, I'm very big on I don't care so much about the end result sometimes with things where it's like, well, I just want to try it because I'm like, I just want to know what happens. Because like, I'd rather, okay, nothing happens. That's cool. Like that was expected. But if it interacts in a different way, like for example, learning in Baldur's Gate 3 that if you do the dip action on like a candle, you engulf your blade in flame is really fucking cool. Because like, that's just extra damage.
Yeah.
If you have that, if you have that bonus action sitting around and it's nearby, like a lot of times, like I for myself forget to do it.
Dip in acid.
But it's cool. Oh,
They shoot you with acid arrow, you dip in the acid pool, and then you go kill them with their own acid.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even think. I didn't know you could dip acid because you can't dip blood. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. When Drew and I were playing, and we ended up in that whole other section of the Underdark that's just, oh, here you go. Here's a whole other part of it. Here you go. Have some more. Have some more. I know you had a starter. Could I interest you in a main course? We went over there. Actually, it was more of a dessert. Nope. It's just it was a bang bang. It was a whole
bang,
other
bang.
thing.
Like you guys just did it all at once. Yeah.
So
Was it that long?
So we go over there, and we, everyone wants to kill me because no. And so then we let almost everyone, not everyone. There's a merchant there who talked to, and because I was like, oh, great, we need to offload some stuff. Go up to the merchant, and then he's like, hey, how's it going? And then like I literally have a conversation option to be like, you don't hate me even though I'm a gnome? And he's like, I have bigger things to worry about. You're fine. And I'm like,
Work.
okay,
Yeah.
progress. We'll take small steps.
Like that guy in Fort Joy. My boy.
Yes.
Like he's still bad, but he had potential.
He's getting better.
Did we leave him alive? I don't think we did. I think it
I
was
don't
death
think
to
so.
all
I
magisters.
believe it was death to all
I think
magisters.
you guys did let me leave him to be one of the last ones though.
Yes, but all the magisters had to go.
Much like Chakapuli.
Indeed. So
Face me,
when
Chakapuli.
face me. So when we ended up having a combat that was like, oh, this got bigger than we thought. We're gonna have to kill everyone here. Didn't kill him. Just gave him a little bonk.
A little. You went ahead and hit that toggle for the
Passives.
Oh, work.
And gave him a little bonk. Because he was only everyone was only temporarily hostile. But most of them needed to go. He didn't need to go, though.
I guess that's a fair point.
So he just got a little bonk on the head. And then I healed him while he rested. And, then we circled back later, and he was like, okay, hi.
Hopefully there's no damage. Assume not.
No, because I healed him. His attitude of me had definitely gone down. But
Understandable. If you beat the shit out of me, I'll be a little upset.
Understandable. Now, admittedly, he didn't need to join the fight, and he chose to. He could have stayed out of it.
When I see those enemies start walking up, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Don't come into the combat."
I'm like, you said that you weren't a huge fan of your fellow people around here, and yet
you support them.
And yet, when the chips came down, you stood with them. And I didn't love that.
Curious.
Interesting. A bit of hypocrisy in the heart of man.
Hypocrisy.
In the heart of Dweger.
Yeah.
And so it was like, okay.
I see you for the kind of person you are. And
I'm going to keep you alive because you're a valuable merchant. And I think there's hope for you in the future that, you could be the start of change. However, you have a bad attitude of me. I don't care. I said, I don't care.
I don't I don't give two frigs.
I want to know why. No, I'm like, I don't care.
For real?
Like, you know what? You're allowed to lose. You're allowed to go down 40 attitude with me. Mm-hmm. Because you know what? I don't need you to have a good opinion of me because you're a bad person.
That's how I feel about your cat.
That part.
I mean, granted, it's because I keep throwing your familiar.
Yeah, not my real cat.
No,
to be clear.
Although when I threw Jordan's fine familiar, because I didn't know
and killed it.
I've been throwing Tessa around, right? That's her name.
Tara,
whatever, the cat, the talking cat.
Tara.
But his little summon thing, I was like, Jordan's like, yeah, fuck yeah, throw it,
and it just dies, and then starts a fight with the entire camp. Like, how about we kill all of our companions?
Death to all
Josh
nations.
killed one later. Well, he didn't. His artifact did.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
His artifact that we're not allowed to give away.
Which I think,
yay!
Yay! Oh man!
Can you imagine how upset Josh would be
if,
when the Gith Yankee guy was like, "We're looking for the artifact," if he would have just been like, "Here you go." I believe he would have been calling for us to roll back.
I wonder. Part of me is thinking, what if you kill Shadowheart in your playthrough and take her fucking artifact? What happens? What is it?
I don't know.
That's what it's almost like I can never get out of Act 1 because I'm just so interested in all these.
I want to see the million different ways that you can do Act 1.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, she's very cute. Not great.
Also, I made in the area that I'm not supposed to go to because I'm a druid and I speaky with the Aminals. I made some great animal friends, and then they were like, "We're pissed. Like they're hurting us. This isn't fair." And I'm like, "You should kill your owners." And they were like, "Yeah, we should kill them. You want to help?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh, frick yeah, I do.
I thought you never asked.
Frick yeah, I want to kill them.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Because the owner guy was like, he's like, if you have time to stand, you have time to beat these innocent animals. Mm-hmm. Here's a whip. And I said, we're not going to do that. I'm going to go over there and talk to them and be like, hey,
if they got time to scream, you got time to ream.
What's the matter? And they were like, we're mad because they're mean. And I was like, you should kill them and I'm going to help you. Work. And they were like, you got it, boss. And then they charged one of them and knocked him straight into a chasm and instant killed him. And I was like, I love that for you.
It's everything.
It really was everything. I love being able to talk to animals.
It's
a ritual spell that lasts till a long rest. I do it every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Every night.
Like with the long stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just remembering how I was like, yeah, I'll just kill these mushroom spores. What's the because I was like, the big explosion one,
right?
But then just the earlier ones where it's like, I'll just kill them because I didn't know you could.
What
destroy
could
them.
happen?
And then we're in the Myconid colony and they're like, hey
pal,
you've heard us.
What the fuck?
Because I'm like, that's right, mushrooms are on
interconnected, a network, the mycelial network.
Oh, dude, have you ever seen a video where they plug a bunch of things to visualize what their talking is? Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's weird.
The mycelial network.
Oh, also, I slipped getting out of bed / SRS. It was in pain.
HJ.
Yeah. Well, you know that stomach pain where you got to get up in the middle of the night and go sit on the toilet naked and sweat for a bit?
Yes.
For no reason.
When there's poison in the bubble inside.
Maybe it's dairy.
Could be. Sometimes it's just bad. Your body said,
yeah, it's just
not tonight.
We got to clean some shit out.
We're going to get this. We're going to get shit done.
Well, I went and just I don't think I either clonked to the bed or I getting up out from there, slipping on the slickness and hitting the door frame. But in the moment,
down with the slickness. Yeah,
it was just and I was like, okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. Not thinking anything of it, but it's getting better. Yeah, it's still sore. I don't think I broke anything because I wouldn't be able to do it.
You would know, yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily know because I have a really bad high pain tolerance, or rather, not necessarily that there's a high pain tolerance. I have a bad idea of knowing scale of it doesn't really hurt that much. It is in it's clearly still healing. So if there's a touch, I'm not cringing, crippling pain, but like I do feel it. But I also don't know, like, would you, if I gave you this, would you go, fuck, that hurts? Like, I have no idea. Which is why I hate those types of questions.
Individualized experience.
No, I don't like it.
Sorry, Charlie.
Well, actually, I really like it, but it's just like, how do you know? How do you know? They're like, well, how do you feel right now? And I'm like, we haven't talked about it. I don't know. They're like, no, physically. And I'm like, I know, I haven't talked about it. I can either feel or I can talk about it. I can't do both.
So if I just keep talking, I never have to feel.
Well, I guess no. It's just more of I can't do both at the same time.
Right.
Like,
So if you keep talking, you don't have to feel.
no, I'm always feel. Well, no, I can do it. I figured I can do a lot of background processes.
Mm-hmm.
I also forgot
So
what
you
I was
lied.
cooking. Yeah.
T.
Well, not lie. Just
When you just asserted that you couldn't do both at once, you lied to me.
oh no, I can do both at
But
once.
you're
I cannot do
about-
both at once efficiently,
There we go.
and that's the T. He's like, I gotta just one at a time. I hate this. I hate this one right here. It's
Mommy.
nasty. The mommy, just
Mommy.
mommy McDonald's.
Mama.
Mama.
Ooh.
Praying. Oh man, it's already like what, an hour and 45. We should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
but
Not unlike a condom. Wrap it up.
bounce and flip. Which don't ever do the bounce. If you put a condom on and it doesn't unfurl right away, you throw it away. Because what you did is you put pre-cum on the outside of the condom, and that's gonna be the first thing that goes in. It's the stupidest shit. It gets them every time. Some of these boys need to fucking hear that. Because you just do the oops, ha ha ha.
Oopsie. No.
Boom. Ah, shit. You know, it's like throwing spaghetti at the wall to see if it sticks, but it's just cummy condoms.
Yeah.
Cummy condoms, a new delicious gummy-based treat. Condom gummies. All of our condom gummies were made with real cum from condoms.
Oh. Slurped like a Go-Gurt.
My stomach actually recoiled into itself. That was good. Because I'm just thinking, a Go-Gurt. Do you think someone's ever put a bunch of cum in a Go-Gurt too?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What a way to live.
Yeah. What a way to die.
Work. Although, honestly, like, for someone to be like, I've done that, like, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's disgusting. But it's like, that's wild.
Someone had to.
Good for you. Like, damn, I guess. Like,
Nature called.
I wanted to know. It's like,
Someone had to.
well, then people, they just assume that, like, you like it and you got off to it or whatever. It's
Right.
like, you could just,
Maybe I hated it.
you could ask, how was it?
Did you like that, Mr. Dilham?
And they're like, no, not
No.
at all. It was terrible.
but I did it.
I just wanted to know what happened. And people are like, that's a dumb reason for things. I'm like, is it? Like,
Depends on the thing being done.
they're like, you didn't know. You didn't know. You could have hurt yourself. I'm like, well, yeah. I'm glad I didn't. Like, I didn't know that I could hurt myself before. You have to understand that. This is my first time.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know what it was. Sometimes I just want to go see what's going on.
In the immortal words of myself in an episode long ago, sometimes I just want to feel something.
Yeah.
So sometimes that means you take a big cardboard box and you sneak it into the shower and you pretend you're in a submarine going down.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that means you go do bingo at a Denny's
Sometimes you come in a Go-Gurt tube and
and
slurp it out.
suck it dry.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, the hype's back.
We're back.
Season 3.
No off-topic questions.
No after.
We good?
I've never been good.
You're only great.
I'm great.
Actually, you're only perfect.
T.
You know,
Sometimes
say it.
Sometimes good things happen to perfect
Good
people.
people.
Sometimes you win bingo twice.
Sometimes you get a free milkshake coupon,
T.
which I was good. And did we use it?
I did not. It wasn't mine to use.
Oh, did Tyler take it?
I don't know. It wasn't mine. It wasn't.
I didn't grab it.
It wasn't my day to watch it. It was your prize.
Yeah, but then like, I don't know what happened to it.
Guess we'll have to go back and win some more. Sorry, regulars.
First of all, we're the regulars.
Well, we will
We have
be.
to show up 3
We
times.
will be.
I think you have to show up 4 times. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like
At least 3.
to feel sorry for the
2 is
100.
coincidence. 3 is a pattern.
3
4 is a regular.
Yes, that's what. That's you. You understand.
Okay.
All right. Cool beans. Bingo. Not his name though.